tonight. Don't just watch the news, become part of it. First up, new tonight, ABC 7 confirming the third time was not the charm for UMC and El Paso Children's Hospital. Negotiations fail again. Complete coverage tonight of an El Paso family torn apart when their SUV rolled off I-10 and Upper Valley Middle School with a special ceremony today. We were there. Plus, we get the information you've been asking for on our Facebook page, what you should know if your tire blows out. And a local story isn't sitting well with Oscar, who says, "Shake my head, what has this world come to? Not supporting this event." Same story has Robert telling us, "I am so proud to be a native El Pasoan." Well, they're talking about tonight's special event at Southwest University Park, where the El Paso Chihuahuas are talking more than baseball. And how about those American women? Yet again, showing soccer is not dead in this country. They're going to the World Cup final. Raquel saying, "Awesome," and Celia saying, "Go girls." It's all next on ABC 7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
CW.
Hello everyone, this is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Stephanie Lane, and I have all the stories you are buzzing about on social media. First tonight, it's a no-go with the effort to work things out between El Paso's County Hospital and the neighboring Children's Hospital that your tax dollar is still supporting. The CEO of Children's told ABC 7 tonight mediation between the two was not successful. Mark Herbers said there are serious and substantial differences between the two parties. He says they will now proceed with litigation to resolve these matters in court. As always, the care we provide to our children will not be compromised. Our physicians, hospital staff, and our board remain committed to providing the best possible treatments and medical care for the children of this region. The El Paso Children's Hospital had a bankruptcy hearing earlier this month. UMC claims Children's owes it more than $90 million. Children's officials dispute the amount. Look for in-depth coverage tonight at 10. And Jack is saying, "So all the taxpayers who knew this was a bad idea were right?" Mario saying, "This is now becoming a joke. Seems like they want to fail, and we wonder why we can't attract good doctors to our city. This kind of stuff just turns everyone off." And Joe is saying, "What's the problem? Can't justify the amount of money to give the CEOs?" Well, some of you expressed your concern on our Facebook page on what to do in case you have a tire blowout. Yet again, you help decide what stories we cover and how. Well, Thomas writes, "Tires are the most important and often overlooked safety feature of a vehicle. People should be reminded to check your tires frequently." And Jitan, "Maybe KVIA should do a segment on how to handle a blowout on the road. The initial reaction is to hit the brakes, which is the worst thing you could do. Just a thought." A car expert tells us one of the most important things to do is to make sure your tires are properly inflated. You'll find the correct tire pressure on the inside of the driver's side door. Also check your tires for cracks and wear before taking any long summer trips.
Texas, it gets hot. You figure that pavement's going to be 140 degrees, and those tires take a beating. You're doing 80 miles an hour, and those things get hot. And they start coming apart, and it can be really, really devastating.
One of the most important things in handling a front tire blowout or any other tire is at higher speeds. What you want to do is firmly grip the steering wheel. It's going to shake. Let your foot off the accelerator. Gently apply the brakes until the car comes to a nice, smooth stop. What you do not want to do is hit the brakes hard, because that could end up in a rollover.
Experts say it's so very important not to overcorrect. Wait until your speed is safely reduced before pulling off the highway. The Leonard Calvillo trial could go to the jury tomorrow morning. Both sides rested their cases today at the 3rd Judicial District Court in Las Cruces. He's accused of breaking into a Doña Ana County home with 3 of his friends last New Year's Day. One of them was stabbed and killed when the homeowner, Joseph Torres, fought them off. Torres was clear of any wrongdoing. Calvillo is charged with attempted murder, aggravated battery, and even child abuse because a woman and a small child were home with Torres that night. Our New Mexico Mobile newsroom crew is at the trial this morning. When that woman told the jury she was afraid for her life and for her 2-year-old nephew, Natasha Munoz says when the fight broke out, she took the boy and hid in a closet.
We were screaming, I was screaming, "No, please don't come in," and they were trying to push their way through. It was too much power from Joe and I to control, so they pushed their way in. I was saying, please stop. Please leave my sons here. Leonard, you know me. I'm your friend. My son's here. Don't do this while he's here. And he was saying, I don't care if your son's here. We'll kill you and kill him after.
And we will, of course, let you know what happens tomorrow with the jury deliberations. Well, a former UTEP football player convicted of forcing underage girls into prostitution started his 18-year prison sentence today. This is YouTube video from 2008 when Timothy McCulloch suited up for the minors. He then became a juvenile probation officer. McCulloch joins the 3 other gang members sentenced last week. One got life in prison. And prosecutors say the man ran a sex trafficking ring that extended from El Paso all the way to California. An off-duty officer is under investigation for allegedly pointing his gun at 2 men who were just doing their job. Alamogordo police officer Warren Whittington is on administrative leave tonight. The 43-year-old turned himself in Monday to face 2 counts of unlawful assault with a deadly weapon. 2 men who work at a rent-to-own store say the officer threatened them when they went to his house to take back a laptop computer. Police say Whittington admitted to pointing the gun at them, but denies threatening them at all. El Paso City Rep Lily Limon wants minimum wage for all city employees to be $10 an hour. And she also wants the city to only hire companies that pay their workers at least $10 an hour. City Rep Michael No is worried about that driving up the cost of contracts for the cities. The city manager says he's already drafted a budget that would cover the cost of a minimum wage hike for city employees. Council will start working on that budget next week. A new mayor pro tem was elected at today's meeting. Representative Michael No replaces Courtney Nyland in that position. He'll assume the duties of mayor if Oscar Leeser is not present. Reps Lily Limon and Carl Robinson voted against appointing No. They say only a full-time city rep can be mayor pro tem. Mayor Leeser countered that, however, saying Dr. No is a good fit for the position. City Council is still grappling with an already delayed San Jacinto Plaza. Restrooms once deemed too expensive for the new plaza will be built just down the street from the plaza. Today, the city presented 2 options to Council, one at Cleveland Square in front of downtown Library, the other one at Aztec Park, a few blocks away from San Jacinto. 2 fully functioning stainless steel bathrooms will cost the city about $180,000. And ABC 7 and TxDOT with live traffic coverage tonight. Tonight, there is a complete closure of the eastbound lanes on I-10 between the Schuster exit ramp and the Porfirio Diaz entrance ramp. It reopens tomorrow morning at 6. And if you were caught in traffic on East Side this afternoon, it may have been because of this car fire. It was burning off the side of I-10 West near McRae. Traffic was backed up all the way to Zaragoza. It appears no one was hurt. And when we say you don't just watch the news here on ABC 7 at 9, you are the news. Here is a perfect example. One of our viewers, Vanessa, snapped a few photos of the car on fire. She must have passed by moments after it burst into flames. Look at how big the flames were. Again, thankfully nobody was hurt, but that car is toast, for lack of a better word. On our Facebook page, Hector comments, "That's horrible. It feels ugly to be victim of a fire. It's happened to me. I hope everyone is okay." And Michael saying, "Hopefully the occupants got out safe." And Kike, "When the heat gets too high in El Paso." Amber saying, "I didn't see any EMTs, so I'm pretty sure they got out right before it caught fire." And RJ is saying, "I always wondered how something like this happens. Is it a short circuit somewhere that goes wrong or what? I hope the operators of the car got out safely." And Eduardo, "That's crazy. No wonder it was all backed up." Well, Team USA is going to the Women's World Cup Championship. The American women got the 2-0 victory over Germany in the semifinal in Montreal. Goalkeeper Hope Solo recorded her 5th straight shutout before a crowd of about 54,000 people. We'll see who USA faces after England and the defending World Cup champion Japan play tomorrow night. And here's what you had to say about tonight's win. JD says, regardless of the FIFA rankings, the U.S. women's team is the team to beat. And Irma, Fernando, what a game. The girls played excellent. Joe tells us, rematch with Japan. Go USA, we believe. And Elias, Japan, to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So what say you? Off limits or safe for kids? Let us know. And have you heard the $10 bill is about to get a makeover, a really big makeover, Bye-bye, Mr. Hamilton, and welcome Mrs. or Miss or Ms. Blank. Which famous American woman would replace him? The story is coming up. What are the Chihuahuas doing that's making you leave comments like Daniel? Oh Lord, now in baseball games, what's next? And Ashley saying, I'm glad the Chihuahuas are supporting members in the community. Love you even more, Chihuahuas. Well, they're talking about tonight's theme as they play the Fresno Grizzlies. We'll tell you more about the game and share what you have to say coming up. This is ABC 7 at 9 on the CW, where you don't just watch the news, you are part of the story.